Hello, hello, I am Heather, aka Planner Mumsy. Join me for a new fountain pen unboxing. Stay tuned. Okay, y'all, so little backstory with this. This is a pen that I actually saw during the DC Pen Show and kind of didn't end up getting it, was really like, oh, should I have gotten it? Should I not have? Well, long story short, it was one of those couldn't stop thinking about and had to come back to it.
I actually went into the store recently, and the name of the store is Truphae.
But this company is actually in South Carolina, where I live. They are located up in Greenville. They do have a physical store with pretty limited hours, but they have an online store where you can pretty much see all of their stock. And so I went through them, which I'm going to try and source some of my pens a little bit more through this company just because it's local, and y'all know me, I really do as much as I can like supporting small business, and this is a good opportunity to do so. Contacted them. They only, I think, had one, but they happened to be at the Stationery Fest where this particular company was, and they were able to look at all of the stock that this company had of this particular pen, and I was able to see the videos and pick the one that I want. Okay, let's get into it. So I'm just gonna take my personal information out, and then we will take the whole thing out. And it says, thank you so much for supporting our small business with gratitude. And Chris, is it Christy? Christy, you have like really nice handwriting. And let's see if I can get my camera to focus. That is a cute little card that they sent. Okay. Let's open it up. Now, at the point when you are seeing this, you'll already have seen my DC Pen Show haul, which was excessive and really should not have purchased anything else, but, you know, this was the one that I regretted not getting. And let's look at it. Do you recognize this? Some of you will. Okay. They have really nice packaging, I must say. Okay, here we go. La!
Upon going to the store Truphae recently, I spoke with them about this product that I'd purchased from them. This is actually a new release from Montegrappa called the Tarvisium. It currently is not available to purchase on the website. You will have to wait until it comes available. It had a very limited run for those that actually showed up at some of the pen shows that Montegrappa was involved in. So if you do go to some of the pen shows that they're at, you might still be able to get your hands on one, but it's called the Tarvisium. And yeah, keep your eye out for when it actually launches live.
But this is, oh, it's so pretty. So I really wanted one that had a lot of color variation, and let me get my, there we go, camera settled there, and you can see I picked one that has a ton of color variation. This particular blank was done by Tim at Turnt Pen Co, which I interviewed him in my interviews for my DC Pen Show interview video. So he actually made this blank, and then Montegrappa went and turned this pen from his blank. Ooh, it is stunning. It has lots of color variation on the cap. So pretty. Okay, camera. There we go. lots of variation there. My camera keeps, I'm going to take this stuff out of frame because my camera keeps trying to pull that for focus. But look how beautiful that is. And then the same on the body, lots of variation. You know, if you know me and you watch my videos, what did I get? I got a broad because I love a nice fat wet nib. And if I can get my camera to, come on camera, can kind of see there. Okay, let's just compare it to the Elmo that I do have, just so that you can see the difference. And before we do that, you can see that they have their emblem right there on the finial end. And then it's just kind of tapered here on the bottom. And so this one is an Elmo that I purchased. Where did I get this one? I think I got it through like Pensachi or something. This was a limited run, and this is a red abalone by Jonathan Brooks. But you can see the difference. So you can see like the bottoms. So it's very rounded on the one on the right. And then the tops, it is a flat top. Let's do like side by side. It's definitely, the new one is definitely taller. I would say very similar in girth as far as the pen goes. Let's look at them without the caps, just so that we can compare like the length of the body with the writing and the step. So definitely the new one is a smidge bigger than the other Elmo that I have. I would say that if I move the sections as well, the section is just a hair longer than the original. So there's definitely some differences there. Hefty wise, let's see. I could physically weigh them, but I would say they're pretty comparable weight wise. They're pretty similar. I do like a slightly longer step, I won't lie. Trying to think. It's been a little bit since I wrote with this one. I think that the other thing that I like about the new one better is, see with the old one, there is a number of threads here from the step. And with the new one, there's literally just the two. And it's just that smidge bit longer. So it's actually, in my opinion, the new one is actually way more comfortable in hand than my old Elmo. Although my old Elmo really was still pretty comfortable, but this one, if I'm comparing it and being honest, this one definitely is a little more comfortable than the original. So, yay! And okay, let's look at the inside. The inside, we just have the standard converter. Now, the one thing that I really can appreciate about both Montegrappa and Leonardo is I absolutely love that they thread their converters, if you can see that. There we go. you thread it in. So I can definitely appreciate that, because the thread on that just gives you that like little bit more security, and I don't know, it's just it's a little more peace of mind for me, and I can appreciate that as far as it not leaking, you know, or I know for sure that I got it all the way in because I've threaded it in versus just pushing it in. So I can appreciate that with some of the Italian makers that they did that. And yeah, so like I said, I got the broad nib. Now I'm not going to ink it, but we can dip it. I have an Edelstein Onyx ink here. It's nice and dark. If I can get it open, because I'm good at making messes. All right, so this is the Onyx, and let's see how it writes. And all I did was just dipped the pen there. I'm going to get the excess off because I did kind of over dip it. There we go. See, I told you I'd make a mess. That's definitely something I'm good at. Okay, so just dipping it. I would say it's very, very similar to my other Elmo. So it
Just correcting what I am writing here, the name of this pen is a Tarvisium from Montegrappa, not an Elmo 02 2.0 or whatever I was saying there. Just wanted to make sure that I am clear on that.
This is an Edelstein, or Edelstein, however you say that, from Pelican, and it's Onyx. All right, it writes pretty good. It does have a little bit of feedback, a little bit of scratchiness. I can hear it. See if you can hear it. But that isn't a super big deal to me. I can tune that so that it's a little more buttery. But yeah, it writes pretty good out of the box. So that is good, and I will clean her up just a bit, and then obviously I'll have to really clean it, but off camera, of course. But yes, that is the pen that I couldn't stop thinking about. I just thought it was absolutely stunning, and it really is. Tim did a really great job with this blank. It's just so colorful and so pretty, and Montegrappa did a good job with kind of bringing the whole thing together and changing it up a little bit. I don't have a lot. I only have those two of Montegrappa, and why? Because I tend to be somebody in my collection where I tend to be a one-off kind of person when it comes to collecting the bigger makers. I do tend to, you know, prefer to just have, you know, one or two from the same company, and then I can kind of like move on and get other brands as well. So this is definitely, I think, a good way to round out my collection from this company. And I definitely have some other Italian companies that I want to try. Am loving this pen. It's a gorgeous pen, and I'm super excited to add this into my collection. If you guys have any questions, feel free to comment down below. Like and subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye!